Alright, here we are. Apparently, I have 3 viewers. That's insane. Um, yeah, if any of you have accounts and you wanna hop in the chat and chat with me, that would just be excellent. See, right over here, which you can't see because I'm cropping it out of the screen, there is a chat thing. Can anybody hear me? At the moment, I have no way of knowing, but everything seems to be working well. But yeah, if you have an account and you're watching me right now, or if you've just come over from Facebook and you have a Facebook account, feel free to drop a comment there and say, "Hey, Skouf, I can hear you." That would just be wonderful. So here we are. Yeah, I'm just doing this to get a bit of a feel for what Twitch streaming is like. I've never done this before. I don't really know anybody who does this, so I haven't really got any first-hand accounts or tips or anything, or people that I know that I can sort of say, "Hey, give me a hand." So there's going to be lots of trial and error, and I really hope this can become a thing. I mean, the plan ultimately is to stream myself coding. So you can see here I've got a little code, IDE for people to know, but like a little code window. This is where I code in here, and this is a project I'm working on at the moment. And you can read a bit more about that on, well, existing blog posts, but also upcoming blog posts. And the plan is that I would like set aside 2, 3, maybe 4 hours. I don't know. So just reduce the volume a little bit. Maybe that's better, maybe that's worse. I guess we'll find out. So the plan is that I would stream, 2, 3, 4 hours. I'm thinking maybe Saturday or Sunday morning to try and capture that like overseas, sort of so morning here, but sort of late night US time. And I would just talk through my code and what I'm doing. And the ultimate goal, I guess, would be probably threefold. Number one, it's good practice in terms of pair programming and also interviewing skills. So often if you're doing a coding interview, they say, "Hey, here's a piece of code, walk us through your either your understanding." And often, I did an interview probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they said basically, "Here's a piece of code, badly written code that they'd written very quickly. Walk us through your thoughts on it, fix bugs with it." And it's a lot easier, and I did very well in that interview, I think. Well, I know because I got the job, but it's a lot better for everybody involved if you can articulate your sort of, almost your inner monologue. You might have an inner monologue while you're coding in an office environment, because you can't just be chatting to yourself or people think you're crazy. So it's useful to be able to articulate that out loud, and I think thankfully I'm reasonably good at that, but I can always improve. Getting better at pair, and also if you're pair programming with somebody else, then you need to be communicating. So again, building those skills, that's fold number one, if you will. Fold number two, I can get up a little, yeah, I've seen people do this. Hang on, can I just get up a new, new Scratch file. How cool is this? Languages, we don't care, plain text. Oh, look at this. So folds for, this is cool. Purpose of this stream: 1, articulating in a monologue better for interview and pair programming purposes. 2, so the second idea here is just to get me coding on the regular. So I tend to be an enormous procrastinator, and I almost procrastinated out of streaming this evening. doing this little trial stream. I spent a few hours this afternoon setting things up and getting things nice and making a few cool graphics. Speaking of cool graphics, look at this one. Stand by. Break. Technical difficulties. Pretty cool. So I'm a procrastinator, and I have all these ideas that I come up with, and then I never end up building them because I'm a procrastinator and also I'm lazy. So if I have a regular thing, and like I set aside a regular 2 to 3 hours, like I said, 2 to 3 hours on a Sunday morning, where I can code, then hopefully that'll keep me honest, hopefully that'll keep me motivated, hopefully that'll keep me actually writing some code. So get me coding on the regular. Stop procrastinating. Stop procrastination. Yeah. And then the third reason is just publicity. Good old-fashioned publicity. So, you know, I'm a young developer. I'm at the beginning of my career. I'm hoping for a long and illustrious career, fingers crossed. And so I figure having a Twitch channel of some success, moderate success, no success, I don't know. Having a Twitch channel could be really useful just for getting my name out there and for getting me better known. And I mean, I don't know, maybe I should ask people who have done this or who have sort of quote unquote internet stardom. And I'm talking about people like, I'm trying to, like, every so often somebody comes along and makes some sort of insane, not even insane, just very interesting project on the web and they blow up. Like, for example, the guy that invented Twitch Plays Pokemon, and then, you know, that spawned an entire genre of, ironically, Twitch streams. Surely that guy is like semi-famous, relatively well-known. And surely that gets him some stuff. So, I mean, this is number 3 is a very selfish goal. It's a very like, hey, I want to kind of be a little internet famous, or internet famous within a little circle, or within my little slice of the internet, and see how that goes. And then maybe that will help me get jobs, get things, get money. I mean, it's very, this third one is not altruistic at all. It's just like, yeah, that's what I want to do. I mean, and actually, you know what? Let's go 4 here, maybe to counter out some of that scumbaggery. Number 4, we can put like education. Like, I don't think I'm a particularly skilled developer, you know, at right now. But you know, hopefully, you know, there's always a spectrum out there, and maybe, you know, if I can educate people and help people learn. I mean, I don't know almost anything about React. I know the bare minimum. And I know, again, very little about, this is TypeScript. I'm writing this project using a mix of TypeScript and React. I know very little. But if I can give back somehow and help people learn a bit more and teach people things, that's wonderful as well, because teaching is really, really great. Cool. I'm going to switch over to this little view here, and I don't know what you can see. 6 viewers. Holy crap. I am very, very blessed that there are 6 people watching whatever this is. If you're just joining us, if you've just tuned in, this is me doing a little Twitch stream test. I'm trying to figure out how this whole thing works. I'm already figuring out that maybe this view, which is my like private dashboard view, should not probably be on a separate tab. It should probably be, ooh, that chat thing. I thought that was over here. Maybe it is. Who knows? If you're chatting, well, I can see that nobody's chatting in here, but that's cool. If you have an account, then maybe if you have, sorry, distracted by a Facebook message. That's another good lesson that I've learned right now, is probably like mute Facebook Messenger, and probably don't show it. Oh, wow. Don't show your stream key. Thank you, 6AU, and thank you so much. And since you can chat in the chat, how am I sounding? Am I reasonably clear? I definitely have plans, if this goes well, to upgrade from my crappy like headset microphone that I've had for years to, one of those fancy like Blue Yeti things. But can you hear me okay? Are the levels all right? I kind of thought I was clipping a little bit before, so I turned it down slightly. But yeah, 6AU, thank you very much for... You are my first message in my Twitch stream on this Twitch. I don't even know what things are called. I'm assuming this is called a stream, and this is my channel. So, but you are the first message. Oh, cool. Stream isn't laggy. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, 6AU. That's really good to hear. Oh, I'm typing in the focus in the wrong spot. So yeah, I'm so blessed. I moved into this apartment like 3 months ago, and I have NBN, and if there's anybody watching from overseas, which I highly doubt, but 6AU will know what NBN is, and I have NBN, I have fiber to the premises, and it's really fast, and I'm so sorry because yeah, I came from having ADSL, and it sucks, but oh, Salesforce C, hey, who... Now, who's that? Because I know a couple of people who are deep into Salesforce that my current colleagues. I'm going to take a wild stab. I'm not going to say their name, but message me. Thank you so much for watching and messaging. Yeah, cool. Good to know that you can hear me. And yes, I know not to show my stream key. I think I've got that down. Although you can regenerate that, so I guess not the absolute end of the world. Sap for the win. Yeah, no, not really. Yeah, we, at my current slash soon to be previous employer, we do a lot of SAP implementations. I don't know why anybody uses SAP. I guess there's got to be some reason. Yeah, I should probably figure that out. I'm sure it's easy for people who are using it, but yeah, Salesforce, I know who you are. I know, I see you. Thank you so much for listening and viewing. So, I can be heard. I have 7 people watching, which is just absolutely mind-blowing, to be honest. You can see everything okay. I do this little, so I'm using this software called Open Broadcast Studio, OBS, and thankfully it is available on Linux, because I do run Linux as my main sort of dev productivity operating system. And I installed it, and it's got this cool... I was so impressed, actually, because maybe I've been using Linux as my main OS for a very long time, for probably, let me think, I was sort of in like the first or second year of, maybe third year of high school, and so probably like a good 3, 7, maybe 11 or 12 or 13 years now. And I mean, it wasn't that long. It's not like some insane graybeard from the 70s, you know. But you know, that's a significant amount of time. And this piece of software is very, very polished and works very, very well. And it's pretty much done everything I've wanted it to. So OBS. And where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So I set up the auto configuration wizard. I just clicked into that when it opened up. It prompted me, and it set up all my stuff for me. And sadly, it said, "Hey, you should probably just stream in 720p." So, question to anybody who's in the chat, Six and Monsieur Salesforce. Does it look okay? Does it look clear enough? Should I... My desktop... in fact, my desktop probably hasn't been rebuilt since I finished high school, like 9 years ago now. So it's not the most up-to-date hardware. It's a... I think the processor is an AMD Phenom with 6 cores, which is an interesting number of cores. AMD at the time were, yeah, they said, no, we want 6. So 6 cores, but, you know, not particularly fast and pretty old, actually. And so, yeah, only streaming in 720p. That said, I can see this little CPU monitor in the bottom of my little OBS, Open Broadcast Software dashboard. So there's only like 22% CPU usage. So I wonder what the restriction is. I can probably figure that out somehow. Perhaps even with that crispy 100 megabit, 100 down, 40 up NBN, I can't actually stream in 1080p at 30 FPS. Obviously, this coding, I don't think you really need to see me code in 60 FPS. But you know, if you really like that, then please let me know. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious whether 720p is enough. I don't know whether I need more than that. And I don't. Yeah. So yeah, if you're still sitting in the comments, please let me know if it looks fine. If the code is sort of readable, I may have to sort of like bump up. You know, this is sort of just the font size that I use for my for my regular everyday coding. Oh, you're getting Salesforce getting freezing. Is that Lacus? Do you reckon that's on your end or on my end? This Twitch thing has a warning: keyframe interval too high. Now that doesn't sound good. Interesting. No. So sorry. Salesforce. So that's good to hear on the audio. I was thinking of getting an external mic, but clearly this one's doing okay. So I'm actually my this monitor is 1920 by 1200, 16 by 10. And I'm cropping it down to like an output resolution of 1920 by 1080, so 1080p, and then that's getting downscaled to 720p. So I'm actually only uploading 720p. So the fact that you've only got that makes sense. That's the way it should be. But I do have a little warning that says, yeah, keyframe interval too high. I wonder if you can see that. It's probably being cropped off the bottom of this, but yeah, keyframe interval too high. I wonder what that means. View details in Twitch Inspector. Let's click this. Let's click through my private. I don't know if this is private. I've got to log in. Maybe let's not. Oh, hang on. Damn, I can set up this standby thing. Hang on a second. Pause for movie mat. Oh no, you know what I need? I forgot to make before. I'm gonna make this after I finish the stream. Actually, I mean, I could even make this right now if you want to see some GIMP workflow, but nobody wants to see that. I'll do that after. But I did make some little standby things. So standby, and I'm gonna log in and I'm gonna check my. I'm gonna see if I can see something about these Twitch stats. Maybe we can look at it together in a second. Okay, well, first fuck up there. I was just talking for the last 2 minutes with the mic on mute. So, great times. Uh, teething problems. Maybe I need to have a little, you know what I can do? So, this platform is really cool and quite mature. Hello, Tordros. I'm not sure who you are, but hello, welcome to the stream. The no audio is because I just left myself muted. So what I was about to jump into was that let's extend this scratch and say things to fix, right? Number one, I'm going to add in a scene. So OBS calls these things scenes. I'm gonna go through these, right? So I've got these little scenes here. I'm gonna add in a scene. Add in a scene that says something like currently entering secrets or something like that, right? Give me a sec. That'd be a cute way to say it. So that's for stuff like just a second ago, I stuck up a little standby thing. Guess Torturous. I'm not sure. That's not a handle that I recognize. You know, I recognize some people's handles, but not others. I'm not. I mean, I can guess, but I don't want to say people's names on air. But I'll message you. I think I can take a guess as to the sorts of people who would have a Twitch account and who would log in and watch my stream. But whoever you are, thank you very much. I appreciate it very sincerely. So things to fix. Number one, add in a scene that says something like currently entering secrets. Number two, and I can almost guarantee there's something that does this. Is there a way to... Mr. Wooly, thank you for watching. That's not actually who I was thinking of, but a wonderful, wonderful addition to this chat. We got 3 people going. I know who 2 of them are. 6AU, do I know you? Do you know me? Or did you just come across this by chance? Again, don't feel free to not reveal who you are or what you do or how you know me or whatever, but I'm just so curious as to whether I'm getting some organic viewers. How insane is that? So things that I need to fix. Is there a way to display a mute, like a mute icon somehow if I accidentally leave my audio on mute like I did not 5 minutes ago? So that's the thing I need to fix. Number 3 I'll chuck in there. Probably need to have viewer stats in my crop area. And so what I mean by that is, as I was saying before, if you've just joined me, I've got a weird 10:16 aspect ratio monitor. So the traditional 16 by 10, 16 by 9, the traditional video aspect ratio. So that gives me a little area at the bottom where I can put stuff. Like, what you can do in OBS is you can crop out areas of the screen. So I'm actually cropping out the right-hand side. Actually, can I draw a diagram somewhere here? Let's pop open the GIMP. And I'll try and draw up like a quickie little diagram. And I'll try and keep it within the drawable region or the viewable region, because you're not going to be able to see it if I go outside. So basically, if this whole thing is my screen, actually no, well, yeah, anyway, this will do. So if this whole thing is my screen, what you're basically seeing is kind of like that, right? This section in here, you're seeing that. When I switch over to here, that's what is in there. And this stuff around here, so like over here, actually that's where that's where the chat is popping up, and then down here is where the OBS, the Open Broadcast System software like interface is popping up, so I can switch between different overlays and control the audio levels and stuff. And so yeah, so that's down there. So what I'm thinking is, can I like in fact make that like that, and then sort of in here have like viewer count, because at the moment I don't have any other way to see the viewer count. There's 10 people watching. That is absolutely bonkers. I'm floored that 10 people want to watch whatever this is. But thank you so much. Thank you. And this is helping to really iron out some kinks. I'm probably not going to go too much longer. Holy crap, I'm going 25 minutes. That's probably longer than anyone needs to listen to me talk, but I'm gonna have to get used to that, I guess, because in theory, from reading some bits and pieces of stuff online, a good amount of time to stream is like 3 to 4 hours, presumably because you stream for like an hour, and by the time it's started going, it's over already, and it doesn't really give people much time to really like drop in and figure out what's going on and actually interact. So yeah. But I've got a nice little to-do list, and I found this nice little scratch.txt, which presumably I can save to somewhere so I don't forget. And what else do I need to improve for next time? I need to not freak out if I see things like warning keyframe interval too high, because apparently go second monitor. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I've heard people say, so all of this stuff that I've set up is based off of, there's a lovely lady named Noopcat. That's her Twitter, or that's her handle, I think, on here and elsewhere. And I think she works for Microsoft. And she wrote a blog post that I happened to stumble across, talking about the benefits of live streaming coding. And so I'm basing a lot of this off of her, and she reckons that having two monitors is kind of distracting. I mean, ultimately, you know, and I can see the merit to both. Yes, a second monitor would be cool, because then I can just have all my stuff on the second monitor and just broadcast from the main monitor. But I can also see the distraction. I can also see how it could be a distraction if I'm like in here like this writing code right now, and there's crap going on in my peripheral vision over to, you know, over to the left hand side, further out this way, or over to the right or something. I can see how that could be distracting. Then again, I'm not actually gaming. I could see how that could be incredibly distracting if you're playing like Counter-Strike and the chat's going nuts and your stream, your frames, you're dropping frames left and right and everything's going haywire, and you get distracted and you die. I mean, I'm not going to die here. The worst thing that's going to happen is I'm going to make a syntax error or some dumb error, and hopefully if everything's really going to plan, somebody in the chat's going to notice that. So I guess we'll find out. But yeah, maybe a second monitor. I've been meaning to get a second monitor anyway, so perhaps. So maybe I'll put in here, think about second monitor. I'm going to get it again. Oh, number 5. I remembered this. I wonder if he's watching. Probably not. Get my webcam back from Jim. My mate Jim has my webcam because he was doing some job interviews and he borrowed it because he reckoned the webcam in his laptop sucked, and it probably did. And so he has mine. So if I get it back, in theory, I guess. Now, see, the only thing here is then if I have like, and I wonder, Tordros, I suspect you have watched many more Twitch streams than I. Damn Jim, yes. Damn Jim. That's okay. He did actually offer. I actually discussed this with him on the weekend. Yes, right. So webcam back from Jim. That's what I mean. Like selfie camera. Thank you for watching, Sonic Patty. I know who you are. Damn Jim indeed. But he did offer to get. I was actually saying on the weekend, maybe I'll get a webcam, and he was like, oh, why don't you just take yours back from me? Good to hear, Tordros, that it's nice and crisp on mobile. You're going to be streaming. Wait, mobile is in not using your 4G. You're going to chew through your data cap in 5 seconds. I'm sure you're not. But yeah, on mobile and crisp, that's good. As I was saying before, if you've just joined me, I was saying before, I'm actually only streaming in 720p. I don't know if that's because that's just what the open broadcast system software that I'm using to stream this. I did like an auto config there, and it basically said, cool, seems good to go, just stream in 720p 30 fps. I don't know if that's because of my network upload speed. If it is, up shit creek, because you can't get, basically, I'm very blessed to have basically the fastest internet you can possibly get in this country. So I don't know if it's because of the upload speed or if it's because of my shitty PC. It could well be because of my shitty PC, which, as I was saying before, is about 7, 8, 9 probably years old now. So definitely due for an upgrade. So could be that, but good to hear that it's crisp. So yeah, get my webcam, and the sound's super crisp. Thank you, Sonic Patty. That is just off my headset mic that I've had for years. Oh, there's Mango Jones. Come back, Jim. Good to see you, mate. We need to get dinner or coffee or something. It's been far, far, far too long. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everybody. I'm so shocked that there are now, holy crap, 15 people watching. Insane. So yes, selfie camera. And guys who actually watch, you're doing it on 4G, mate. Well, rip your data allowance, data cap. Although, are you on one of those new Telstra released? I don't know how Telstra. Oh, that's special 4G. Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So, guys who watch Twitch streams a lot, I would love to hear. Should I be putting my? You probably, I don't know if you can see the cursor, but should I be putting like selfie cam somewhere here on the right hand side, and then like chat overlay up here? Is that sort of the done thing? That's sort of what I'm thinking, is like on the right hand side I'm going to have my chat. I'm going to have like the chat here and then the selfie cam down here. And I mean, that sort of makes sense. I guess the bit that I don't understand about that is like, why do I need a second version of the chat? I guess, yeah, like why do I need a chat overlay there if you guys can already see the chat? I guess mobile. Is that what it's for? If you're watching on a mobile, like a actual physical, like a phone or a tablet or something. I don't know what the Twitch interface is like there. Presumably, yeah, presumably for that, maybe you want to see the comments scrolling through or something. But then the only issue there is that I've got to like crop down my, let's see if I can do this. I got to crop down my coding window even further so that it kind of only looks like that. And my concern there is just that it's less room for me. Oh, so you can see the chat on mobile. That's what Sonic Patty's saying. So it sort of like comes up on the side. Do they like letterbox it or something? I'm curious. I'm gonna have to play around. This is the inherent problem with deciding that you're gonna be some Twitch streamer and having no idea about Twitch or how it works at all because you're not really much of a gamer. So I'm gonna have to learn. For coding, bottom right. So as in like what I'd put my selfie cam up here. No need for chat. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, look, definitely decisions to make. I'm definitely going to solicit feedback tomorrow from people who actually, watch games on Twitch a lot more often. Oh, the overlay adjusts. No, well, no, I'm sure the overlay adjusts for you guys. It's more, how the hell do I figure out my overlays and make them work nicely? It took so damn long, a lot longer than it should have, trial and error, to just get all these windows in the right spot. I tried doing some fancy, I use this window manager on Linux called Awesome Window Manager, and it kind of does this crazy like tiling thing. Like I can give you a bit of a look as to what it looks like. Like I can open up, if I open up this is a terminal here, right? And you can see it's come up full screen. And if I open up another one, it'll automatically half screen it. And then if I open up another one, it's going to get cropped off the screen at some point. But you can see the kind of tiling. It's got a tiling window manager, and you can come up with different layouts and stuff. I tried to kind of shoehorn the right sort of like sizes of windows and cropping and stuff into this, but it did not work. I tried that. Also, I've got people sending me photos. I would love to. I've got people sending me photos via 8hate. Hello. I'm presuming that little crown next to you means you're oh, you have Twitch Prime. Oh, I thought you were a mod or something. People are sending me pics. What a time to be alive, indeed, Mango Jones. What a time to be alive. People sending me pics via Facebook of what things look like on mobile. Oh, so it like, oh, interesting. So it'll compress. So I wish I could actually show these without like completely doxing all the people who just sent me photos, and showing all our private conversations. But from the looks of it, it looks like it kind of letterboxes, but sort of like reduces the size of the video and sticks the chat up. Okay, so TLDR, the chat works on mobile, and so then I'm questioning, and I'd love you guys, because clearly you know this a lot better than I do, what is then the purpose of having, like, I've seen other streamers, this Noobcat person that I was talking about who streams coding, I saw that her stream, it had like webcam in like selfie cam in the bottom right, which I'm gonna do for sure, and then up here it had the actual it had like the chat, because you can get there's a mode. In fact, I don't know if I can find it in OBS. I probably can't. I probably shouldn't. But you can stick the chat up there. Is that useful? I guess not. If you can see the chat on mobile, then I guess it's not really useful. So maybe I'll dispense with that, and I'll just stick the selfie cam down here, and that would actually probably be okay as long as I align it correctly. Like if I stuck it sort of in here, this is my terminal, I guess I lose a little bit of the bottom right hand side of the actually, do I? Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't understand. Yeah, no, that's just me. I don't lose anything. You guys lose it, but I don't lose it. So I guess as long as I'm careful to check my little, I've got a little preview of OBS right down the bottom. Oh, I've got a preview of my stream down the bottom as part of OBS. So I guess as long as I'm careful to make sure that this bottom right hand side doesn't have any interesting information in there and people in the chat call it out, then I guess I can just put like selfie cam down here. Interesting. 8hate, thank you for watching. I don't know who you are. I'd love to know. If you know who you are, please let me know if you have me on Facebook. Thank you again so much for people watching. I so much appreciate it. This is so helpful. So incredibly helpful. And hopefully this stream, when I actually, fingers crossed, am I doing anything? Oh crap, oh, I just realized it is, well, it was Easter Sunday last weekend, but it's Greek, like Orthodox Easter Sunday this weekend. So I definitely will not be streaming this Sunday morning. Maybe this Saturday morning. Maybe. But maybe not even then, because I got to go shopping. I'm going to be cooking. For those of you that know me, you know that I'm a big food guy. I'm going to be trying to cook a 24-hour slow-roasted pork shoulder that I'm then going to make a little barbecue bark in the oven afterwards. So that will need to go on right around the time that I'd love to be streaming on Saturday morning, and then I'm going to be probably cooking and then driving my grandma to my parents' house on Sunday morning. So, well, there goes that idea for this weekend. But ideally maybe next weekend I'll actually be able to do this properly. Or I mean, I guess I can just keep doing these. I mean, there's 15 people watching now. That's more people than watch me most of the time. I don't know what that means. But yeah, okay, maybe I could do some late night ones. What time is it now in the United States of America? These are all fantastic ideas. Sonic Patty chat contest with an invite to Greek Easter lunch. Excellent idea. Don't know how my family would feel about that. I mean, obviously they love you, Patty. But yeah, general public, not sure how they'd feel about that. I just had a friend message me on the old Facebook Messenger. Slow cooked pork live stream. Maybe, I don't know if I have the technology to make that happen. But that would definitely be insane. And also boring as shit because it's literally like 4 hours of 24 hours of a pork shoulder sitting in a bag of water with an immersion heater, and then 3 hours of it sitting in an oven just crisping up. So not exactly the most thrilling. I could live stream Easter, but again, I don't want to, I chose I chose the life of fame. Yes, fame with my 15 viewers, but my family did not. So maybe. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll do something in lieu of the Sunday morning live stream. Yeah, wow. I'm so happy that there are people that are actually watching this. I'm very curious who 8hate is. Can I just say that the chat and the viewers are filled with people that I know, which I appreciate the crap out of, because I kind of assume that nobody would watch this. So I absolutely appreciate the crap out of that. But, and this does not diminish my dear friends at all, but if you are somebody who you don't know me and I don't know you and you're watching this, how did you find out about this? Because again, I'm such a Twitch noob. I don't know. Like, surely there's organic discovery via Twitch, right? I tagged myself in a few little bits and pieces, a few little like groups and stuff. I tagged myself in a few sort of where is it here? I'm gonna close that person's. Yep. Yeah, chill streams, programming React. I don't know if I'm being chill. If anybody wants to comment on that, then feel free. I don't think I'm being chill. But yeah, if you don't know me and I don't know you, then please let me know, because I'd love to figure out what you think. And I mean, this is not very interesting right now because I'm not actually coding. So if you came for the coding, oops, there he is. Yep. Somebody is in the chat, and now I was hoping this would happen because somebody has just hopped into the chat, and I've got to figure out now how to ban them or moderate them or time them out. So thank you for the opportunity. You know who you are, and I think a lot of the other people in the chat probably know who you are. Ooh, I've come across an interesting problem, which is that oh, interesting. I don't know you yet, Anil XX Live, and 8hate. Well, to the both of you, thank you very much. Oh, and the single greatest piece of entertainment all thank you, Contrasted. Thank you for calling the execs at NBC. I'm very, very grateful. 8hate and Anil XX Live, if that's actually true, which I mean, I don't have any. Well, unfortunately, I have a lot of friends who are big old trolls. So, but I have no reason to doubt you guys, and thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry this isn't very interesting. Are you guys interested in coding at all? Because that's what this channel is going to be about. Probably not any gaming. That said, I did play some Into the Breach reasonably recently, and it was good fun. So, you know, it's within the realms of possibility that I could stream that, but more than likely not, because I'm not very good at it. So, yeah, thank you to people who are watching who I don't know and who aren't just my lovely friends supporting me and giving me a bit of a chance to try this out. I'm very interested to see how these moderation tools work, so if anyone wants to be a nuisance, I'm more than happy to ban you. I've definitely found those buttons. One would presume that running a coding channel, I'm probably not going to have too many frustrating trolls in my chat, but I guess you never know. Oh, cool. So, AnilXX Live, you don't know me, you love coding, sick. 8hate, web and mobile dev, awesome. Well, interesting. So, I've been deving professionally for 2 years, almost 2 years. So your code's probably a lot better than mine, but I mean, we're here, why not? We got some people who care about coding, that's bloody amazing. Sonic Patty, there will be no Dwarf Fortress. I haven't played Dwarf Fortress in a very long time, but, you know, anything can happen, who knows. So, to the devs and to the people who love code, this is a little project I've been working on. If you want to get a bit more of a background, I'm going to have to do some of those cool like auto chatty things that post bits of info into the chat. I'm going to figure out how to do that. I'll probably figure out how to do that at some point, maybe offline. But if you go over to, here's a little plug, blog.skouf.com, I have a few... oh, Patty, thank you so much for tuning in. You're out. Dude, don't waste your time watching this. Have a great night, my friend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll chat to you soon. So, AnilXX Live and 8hate, because you guys are the coders, and Travi Chan, right? Travi Chan, thank you so much for watching. Love you, buddy. If you hop over to blog.skouf.com, you'll see I've got a couple of... oh, it's 2 p.m. Oh, international viewers. AnilXX Live, if you don't mind, give me a continent. That would just be very fascinating to hear, because I still got to wrap my damn heads. I mean, and this is insane to me. It's like, we write code for a living, and I can't wrap my damn head around time zones. I mean, I know what they are. Like, if I really think about it, I think, isn't the east coast of the US 14? I should say I'm in Melbourne, Australia, by the way. I don't know if that says it anywhere in my bio. So it's actually almost 10 p.m. right here. Oh, Europe, Germany, awesome. Okay, Belgium. Hello, the Ancaris. Thank you very much for watching. I actually am floored that anybody is watching this, so thank you so much. I hate to disappoint you. If you've just joined me, this is not probably, I'm probably not going to do any coding in this stream unless I get really excited, and frankly, I'm getting pretty excited that there are actually people watching. So, contrasted, if I use a beautiful language with amazing time zone support like Java, yes. Well, yes, I have time zone support. I mean, hang on, if I can, oh, hang on, let's open it, oh, let's, all right, so, now, this is gonna date.now, bam, that's in Unix time, date.now, now what's the syntax here, I don't know. I'm not going to try and guess the syntax to Java's date things. Yes, I know my time zone support well. Thank you, Contrasted. I'm not going to try and guess what the syntax is. I don't really know it here. I guess if I had IntelliSense, I could probably figure it out. Anyway, besides the point. Time zone math is hard. I have to figure out who is awake right now. And it seems like Europe, it's the middle of the afternoon. And that's really interesting. Good to know. So thank you so much to the European contingent. The Ancaris from Belgium, and LXX Live in Germany. Thank you so much to all of you for watching. Now, what was I saying before? This is going to be side note. Side note while I'm going to talk about side notes. The side note is that my problem is probably going to be getting ridiculously sidetracked and off topic and just rambling like I'm doing right now. And I'm going to try, maybe I'm going to try work on that. Maybe this will be a good, maybe I can add that to purpose of the stream. Reduce some of my rambling and stay on point. Fingers crossed. So, as I was saying, if you guys who don't know me or haven't read this, hop over to blog.skouf.com. You'll get a bit of context for what I'm going to be doing in the stream probably over the next few weeks. As I was saying a little while ago, I just realized that last weekend was obviously regular Catholic Christian Easter. And next weekend is Orthodox Easter. And now I am not particularly, in fact, I'm not religious. But, you know, the family is Greek. And, oh, I just heard loud banging noises. Give me 1 second. I get to use my cool standby. No, it sounded like somebody banging on my door. I hope it wasn't somebody banging on my door saying, hey, you're talking too loud. Because I'm talking fairly loud. Yeah, fingers crossed it was just some, like, just a bird hitting my window like happened a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, as I was saying before, so next weekend is Orthodox Easter. I was hoping to stream on Sunday morning, but I won't be able to because I'm going to be either cooking or driving, and I won't be able to do it on Saturday because I'm going to be cooking too, but hopefully next weekend. But the whole point and the whole where I'm going with all of this is that blog.skouf.com, hop over there if you can, have a little bit of a read. There are some pretty old blog articles, but basically that'll give you some background for this kind of like Arduino light pet project that I'm working on, and that's probably what I'm going to be working on the next stream, the actual proper real stream numero uno. And yeah, and so that's what this code is. And so the idea for that is, so the project there is it's writing sort of a visualization front end written in React and TypeScript. I saw Travi Chan. I have been using a bit of TypeScript. Well, I've been using a bit of TypeScript in my personal projects. I think it's cool, and because now that I've been writing C# for 2 years, I'm kind of addicted to types and to interfaces and static typing, static typing. And type checking and all the wonderful things that come with it. And I fully agree that it is a pain in the ass to set up in the beginning. And I have done it, not with TypeScript, but I have done like a full from scratch like setup of Babel and Webpack for a React project, and that was very interesting, but definitely challenging, but definitely teaches you a lot about the internals of Webpack. I remember getting super frustrated when my if any of you web devs in the chat can comment, what's that thing called where you can essentially type CSS modules, that was it. I was trying to get CSS modules working in Webpack, and it was an absolute nightmare. So I totally agree, Travi-chan. Hard to set up. I don't really, and my understanding, my very cursory understanding of TypeScript and how it actually works is that it's basically just like, it's like a type checker slash, like it's like a type checker mashed with Babel. And so it just takes your code, type checks it, and then transpiles it down to whatever ES flavor you've decided to target. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the frustrating bit of the whole modern JavaScript ecosystem, is that, like, you know, you almost need a PhD to figure out how to actually get the damn thing running. And so what I've done for this, because I didn't want to, because I've had such a problem, and I'm going to write a little bit about this in an upcoming blog post, but I've had lots of trouble in the past just staying focused. Like, when I really dig into something and get into the meat of it and start, you know, getting that kind of like flow state, it's easy to keep going, but I tend to get very distracted by stuff that is really unimportant, and honestly, I'm going to class like setting up the TypeScript React project stuff as kind of unimportant, given that I'm trying to actually build something and learn how TypeScript works, not necessarily learn how Babel and all that stuff works. So what I did with this project is, good night, Salesforce. Thank you so much for watching. Super appreciate it. I'll catch you very soon. So what I did with this project was I use React TypeScript Starter. It's like a Microsoft, Microsoft did a pretty damn good job with TypeScript, and they have like a React Starter. If you guys are familiar with the npm package that basically like will scaffold for you a React project, they've got a TypeScript flavor, and it just works, and it's really quick to get up and running. And so that's what I did with this. So I actually managed to get up and running, and I can see things in here. You can see register service worker, so there's some sort of like cool service workery stuff going on. It does a lot of stuff for you. There's tests. It's got, if we take a little squiz at this package JSON, we've got stuff like dev dependencies. We've got jest in there. I'm pretty sure that's testing. I haven't actually written any tests for this project just yet, but I definitely intend to. So yeah, I agree, Travi. It was pretty hard to set stuff up. It is hard to set stuff up in the beginning, but this project is already kind of figured out. Cool. So that all being said, as I said, if you can hop over to blog.skouf.com if you're keen to watch. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you're keen to watch in the future, because I am going to be streaming in the future, doing proper actual coding, you'll actually see me really writing this stuff, then please head over there and have a read of the sort of Light Pet series of blog articles. There's only 2 of them, and they're not that long, but they'll just give you a bit of the background, and I'll give you a quick flavor now, because you're watching, and again, thank you so much for watching. But basically the flavor is that I have built, probably 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, built a little, it's an Arduino, it's an ESP8266, if you're familiar with that hardware. So that's a Wi-Fi connected Arduino. And that's basically hooked up to a bunch of sensors. And that blog article goes a little bit into some of the hardware, some of the challenges I had, because the ESP8266 only has a couple of ADC channels, analog digital converter channels. So I had to do a few little tricks with multiplexer to get it to read all the signals I want. But what I got out at the end of it was a very poorly architected but fully functioning Wi-Fi Arduino that would connect to a Wi-Fi network and basically spit data in the form of temperature data, humidity data, light data, and sound data, and it would spit those over the network in TCP packets, I think, maybe even UDP packets. That blog post will go into it. But that's the basic hardware. And so the idea behind this project is that you get those signals out of the hardware, you feed them through a neural network, and then that output of the neural network gets mapped onto a bunch of multicolor LEDs, right? So RGB LEDs. And the idea is that this would be some sort of like sculptural, technological, neural networky thing, almost like a little pet, and it would kind of respond to its environment. So you turn the lights off and maybe it would dim itself, or you yell at it and it would like light up or dim down or something, or I don't know, right? That's basically the idea behind this entire project. And you know, it's not an entirely revolutionary, crazy idea. The impetus behind the project was mostly because I wanted to play with Arduinos, I wanted to play with neural networks, and I wanted to have an interesting personal project that would kind of go in different directions. And if you read those couple of blog posts, you'll see that I kind of, you know, deliberately overcooked it and deliberately kind of like spread it. You probably could have done a quick and dirty version relatively quickly, but I've kind of broken it up into sort of chunks that I now, well, I have since starting broke it up into chunks, and each of the chunks is sort of almost, you know, engineered to kind of use quote-unquote buzzwordy technologies, right? So this is written in React and TypeScript. It's about as buzzwordy as you can get. But I've got something that's sort of like that I'm going to expose an API via GraphQL, and that's probably going to be wrapped around a sort of a Golang message bus is probably a little too rich, but a message server that receives the data packets from the Arduino hardware and sticks them into a database, and everything's going to be running hopefully in Kubernetes. So yeah, that's sort of the project. That's sort of an overview of the project. It's sort of meant to be a sort of light sculpture that reacts to its environment, combining sort of Internet of Things, hardware, neural networks, and sort of front-end visualizations. And so, to circle all the way back around, this repo that I'm currently in, and what I'll probably be working on this stream in the near future, is the front end for that. So I realized pretty quickly that it's going to be pretty damn annoying to have this data coming out of this device into a neural network and then back to the device, and the only way to kind of test things and tweak things, because the neural networks, I know almost nothing about neural networks, just enough to be dangerous, and I'm going to have to tweak the parameters and probably the output and how the input and all the different layers and how the sort of aggregation is done. And I'm going to have to relearn all the stuff that I sort of very poorly, jankily learned about neural networks probably a year or two ago. But tuning all those things is going to take probably time and a lot of experimentation, and having to do that on physical hardware is just going to be a pain in the ass. So what I realized pretty quickly was I was going to need a way of taking all that data, capturing it, but then replaying it and sort of visualizing the output, right? So being able to view what the sort of lights would look like if it was on the light pet, right? So the physical thing is intended to be the end product, but this sort of visualization system, this what I'm calling Light Pet Simulator, is going to be sort of a way to simulate the light output so that I can tweak things and kind of play with it in real time. And there's going to be a little thing for sort of scrubbing through the data and being able to view the data coming in, and then being able to view what's coming out of the neural network and being able to try to sort of marry those up with how I want the thing to actually behave. And it's sort of the real goal is to get some sort of nice emergent behavior and some fun behavior and interesting light patterns that are not like explicitly programmed in, like when the lights turn off, turn on your lights, or turn off your lights, or something like that. Try and build in some behavioral things so that there's real emergence and stuff that you don't expect and stuff that makes you go, holy crap, how did it know to do that? Like, that's awesome. Why did it do that? I don't quite understand, but it's really cool. So that's the end goal. That's what this project is. I started writing it. I'm sort of fudging my way through the world of TypeScript and React and writing little bits of components, and oh god, wait till you see my CSS, it sucks. But that's what this project is. And if you're still watching, which maybe you're not, but if you are still watching, that's hopefully what I'm going to be doing in a couple of weeks. Like I said, probably not next week because Greek Easter. But I've got a friend who's suggesting that I do some sort of Greek Easter live stream, slow-cooked pork shoulder live stream, family live stream. Probably not, but we'll see. Yeah, wow. I've been gone for an hour now, bang on an hour, 50 seconds. And I think that's probably good enough. I think I'm going to call it. Thank you so much for watching. This has been actually really fun. Am I a crazy man for enjoying talking to myself a lot and talking about my personal projects? Dunno, maybe. Leave a comment. Can you do that? This isn't YouTube. I think you can leave comments. Man, I need to learn a lot about Twitch. Anyhow, yeah, please tune in a couple of weeks' time. I'm going to try and put comms out on well, if you're a personal friend, Facebook. Otherwise, Twitter. I think Twitter. Yeah, why not Twitter? I'm not crazy. Thank you, AnilXX Live. Really appreciate that. I mean, I'm going to have to get used to this, right? Talking to myself for hours and hours on end. Everybody on there talks, yeah, everybody on here talks to him or herself. That's very true. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan. Thank you so much for watching. I can't articulate how much I appreciate it and how much I appreciate the fact there are people who don't know me watching. I mean, my friends, I get it. That's why they're my friends. They're lovely. But, oh, contrasted, can I please make the next stream dedicated to the MIPS instruction set? You're being a smartass, but I fucking loved the MIPS programming unit that I took in university, and I actually wrote a BOGO sort in MIPS, which is all kinds of fun. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna write. You know what? I'm gonna start this little scratch here. I do know Python. Slicks, thank you very much for watching. Python was my first true love. In some ways. I do know Python, and I used to write quite a lot of Python, especially during university. So my university degree, or one of them, was basically taught in, not entirely, but they started off with Python. And I was kind of using Python a bit before that. So yeah, I do know Python. I don't know how much Python is going to be here. I've honestly written a lot less Python lately. It's kind of, yeah, I've kind of just gotten a little down on it. I kind of like, there's other languages that I'm liking JavaScript and especially TypeScript a lot better. I'm liking Golang a lot. I want to learn a lot about functional languages. Haskell, maybe there is. If you have a look at, I've taken it away. Let's not take it away. There it is. HTTPS blog.skouf.com. You can go there and read about what I'm kind of going to be working on and kind of the roadmap and kind of the architecture of this system that I'm going to be building. There's no Python in the roadmap right now, but there's no reason why there couldn't be. And in fact, the original idea, actually, you know what? That's not true, Sticks. I actually might use some Python for the neural network portion, because I know Python is kind of like one of the native languages supported by TensorFlow. I'm wanting to use TensorFlow as part of my, as the sort of framework, as my neural network building framework. I don't know my terminology there's not right, but you get what I mean. TensorFlow, and I think the Python bindings are pretty good, unless there are bindings for something else that I'm really... Actually, you know what? We have the internet. Let's just look up what TensorFlow has bindings for. I know that they just released TensorFlow JavaScript bindings. I don't necessarily need to do that. I'm doing a whole crap load of JavaScript anyway with the sort of TypeScript and stuff. So let's have a look here. It did say it's written in, let's see, develop. It did say it's written, if that little GitHub thingamabob, did say it's written in C, C++, and Python, but there are many TensorFlow APIs available. Cool. What are they? What are they? Python. Alright, so we got Python, we got Keras on C++ and Java on Go. Interesting. Okay. You know what? Well, there you go. Thank you for reminding me very much. Sticks 666. Yeah, I do know Python, and I might actually write some in this stream if we get that far. It's taken me a year and a half to get to this point, and I've rewritten this repo twice. Yeah, maybe. In fact, quite probably. Oh, you just started programming 3 days ago? Well, welcome to the world of programming. We hope you enjoy your stay. We hope it's not too crazy. You started a little project, if statement, sound if statement. Yeah, nested if statements. Definitely a thing. Definitely a thing that you can do. Did it work? Oh, when it should come to the second if statement, it just breaks the code or exits it. Hey, dude, send me your code. I don't know how. Of course I can take a look, as long as it's not for an assignment, all right? I don't want any people sneaking in here and getting me to do their university assignments for them. So as long as it's a personal project, or as long as you're just trying to learn to code, which is an incredibly, incredibly admirable thing to do, absolutely I can. And feel free to, can you send a link? Now, that seems like a bad idea, but yeah, you can send it. You can send it. I mean, I'm wary of like phishing attacks, but yeah, if the link looks like semi-legit, if it doesn't look like, you know, www.dodgysite.com. Oh, it's a link to what's this tiny URL link, Mr. Wooly? Giazzo.com. What the hell is that? You know what? Sticks, I'm assuming that Twitch offers some sort of like messaging feature that I can send you messages later on. I'm actually gonna cut this stream pretty soon, and I'm more than happy to. Oh, it's legit. You checked it out. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you. Screenshot program. It's safe. Thank you. Holy crap! I'm gonna have to learn so much. Contrasted. Be nice. Yeah, Sticks. Absolutely. Fucking viewer engagement. Holy shit! I've done a stream for an hour and I've barely said anything and I haven't coded at all. And I'm not laughing at you. Don't listen to those nasty people in the chat. I'll mute them if they're not careful. I have all the power. So yeah, I will definitely have a look, and if I can help out, absolutely happy to. So I'm gonna cut this stream right now, and I'm gonna have a look at that piece of code, and I'll PM you. I'm pretty sure that can happen, right? Please, before I cut the stream off, I can definitely do that, right? Dear God, I know so little about this bloody platform. I need to figure out so much more. Oh my God. So yeah, I'm gonna whisper. Whispers are disabled in what? In pop out. Oh, in pop out chat. Okay, cool. You can't see that, but that's what it's telling me. Cool. Awesome. I can PM. Thank you, AndyAlexis Live. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say an enormous thank you. And this is why I need a selfie cam, because I just had my hands up in the air. Oh, see, Mr. Wooly figuring it out. He used to be a dev, still is a dev, clearly at heart, if you can see syntax errors. Yeah, bloody Python and its whitespace screwed me. That was probably the biggest thing. So like I said, Sticks, I'm going to PM you as soon as I have a look at that. Thank you so much. I need a webcam because I'm sticking my hands up in the air right now, and I'm very thankful that anybody has watched this. So if you have watched this, thank you so much. Stay tuned. Also, I saw before in the comments people were saying people can put your broadcast schedule in the bottom right. I'm absolutely going to do that. I just need to figure out when that will be. But like I was saying, probably Sunday morning my time. So basically whatever time it is now minus 12 hours, maybe even minus 13 hours, right? So German guys, Belgian guys, unfortunately that's going to be very early in the morning for you guys. But if you can still tune in, that would be amazing. Obviously, I don't expect you to tune in the AM in the morning, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm definitely going to come up with a proper schedule. Wooly, that's exactly what I look like. So yeah, I'm definitely going to put a schedule in the box. I'm going to fix things up, but this has been super useful. I've learnt what I need to know. I've learnt how this works. I've learnt this stuff here. I'm going to put a thing down right now, put a schedule on the channel, and thank you from the bottom, middle, and top of my heart. Really appreciate it. Sticks, I'm going to get back to you really soon. Thanks again, guys. And that's it. Oh, that's not it. I lied. I need an end thing, don't I? I need a thing that says like, hey, thanks for watching. Add a thanks for watching. Stream is over. Scene. Yeah, cool. All right, now I'm really done. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful evening, morning, day, afternoon for you people in Europe. evening for you guys in Australia. Exit music, stage left. Yeah, I need to figure out. Oh, hang on, that's another one. Okay, cool. I'm really gonna go after this. Figure out music. SoundCloud. You can't use copyright stuff. All right, cool. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate the hell out of you all. Six, I'll get back to you soon. Bye, bye, bye.